In this video, we will cover the operations of the MTS PRO hydraulic controller for granular spreaders. We're going to start by talking about the little green dot on the top left-hand corner. This indicates the connectivity status of the display to the hydraulic control module. This light should always be green. If it is not green or intermittent, it will limit the ability for you to use this display. The green light on the top right hand corner is for cellular connectivity. If this light is red, that means the unit does not have cell service and it will limit its ability to upload data, but it should not limit you from using this controller. We are running this in demo mode right now without an actual truck or a spreader connected to it. So you will see certain messages that you shouldn't see otherwise when you're running this out in the field. The system has two modes of operation, an auto mode and a manual mode. We're going to start by looking at the auto mode first. Auto mode relies on a target application rates, for example, in pounds per acre, that you can adjust using the up and down arrows, and a ground speed that we acquire from GPS. In this case, there is no fix because we're indoors, but typically you should be able to see your vehicle speed here and it should be in green. If the GPS speed is not in green, yellow or red indicates that the system may not have a clear satellite view for it to be able to acquire accurate GPS speed. Once your target application rate is set, you are able to adjust your spread width using the aux2 and aux3 buttons. Once you get to a site and you'd like to start applying material, short press the aux1 button to unpause the spreader, and at this point your conveyor should automatically start turning as you speed up, and it should automatically stop as you slow down and stop, all in order to achieve 350 pounds an acre of spread width. At any point, you can adjust the spinner using these two buttons here, and the target application rate using these two buttons here. To run the unit in blast mode or full speed, hit the A/M button. All it does is it simulates a very, very high speed, instructing the system to run the conveyor in full speed. This simulation speed can be set by tapping on the speed and adjusting it here. We recommend that it be left at 60 miles an hour, which is good enough to run the spreader in full speed when you're running in blast mode. Blast mode off. Now it comes back and starts adjusting the conveyor speed based on how fast or slow you're going. Manual mode can be selected by long pressing the aux1 button. You will notice that the spread width section stays the same, but the feed rate section now lets you manually select the conveyor speed instead of the system automatically adjusting conveyor speed based on a target application rate. When you're done spreading in manual mode, short press the aux1 button. This pauses the manual mode. Spinner turns off, conveyor turns off. Drive on to the next site. Unpause the manual mode. Spinner goes back to 60%. Spreader goes back to 60%, and you're spreading material again. Blast will not work in manual mode, so you're going to have to run it at 100% in order to blast or run the conveyor full speed. Unloading can also be done in manual mode. Just reduce your spinner speed to 0 and that should unload just using the conveyor. The spinner should not be running. Going back to manual mode, auto mode, long press, back in auto mode. It remembers the target rate from before and will automatically start adjusting based on how wide you're spreading and the GPS speed, which is no fix in this case. In order to select what material you're applying today, tap here on the screen and we've got a bunch of materials. You will know from your supervisor if you're supposed to be selecting your materials or just leave it at granular 0, which is our default for now. So this is essentially where you can go and select what material you're using today. This can also be used to select different gate heights. That will depend on the policy of the organization where you are using this unit. The reset buttons also let you automatically reset your site and shift totals. The site totals will automatically reset as you move from one site to another, but there is the ability to stop that so that you can manually reset these. To get to that screen, you can always just tap on where it says actual rate here and reset everything. No geofence indicates that I'm currently not within a geofence that's registered in the portal. Typically, when you drive onto a site, you'd actually be able to see the name of the site and some additional information about it, including target rate and some other notes that may be important. That is all there is to the operation of the MTS Pro hydraulic controller in auto and manual mode. Towards the end, you can choose to power off the unit using the power button, or you can just leave it on and it will automatically turn off when the key or the ignition is turned off, and it'll turn back on when the key or ignition is turned back on the next time.